Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think he could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cuervo.
Rinse takes your laundry and hand-delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded. So you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
So did you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Chris, I'm worried about today's show. There's a lot going on. I believe Zaslow just snorted or cleared his sinuses.
Don't make me laugh.
Okay, I think you're sick.
I'm not sick.
All right, so I've got Jeremy. He is dressed in George Harrison's costume as part of his punishment. It's a bit distracting.
My dad's wearing his headphones weird.
Your dad is mad about everything that happened to him yesterday in his own home. A home he hit 1440.
Wish we were on video right now.
Hey, Greg, are you all right? Honestly, are you okay?
Yeah, we're not on video right now.
Your dad looks like he's tripping balls.
Greg,
if I told you your dad was tripping balls, you'd be like, that's what it looks like.
Greg, do you know that the Shadow Show isn't anything but audio? Like when you're making faces.
What was that with your hand?
What were you just doing?
Well, first of all, normally it starts off with Shadow Show.
Haven't done that in months.
And stuff like that.
We did do it last week. But
Define normally.
We hadn't done
I didn't
it.
hear that.
All right, so let's start over here. Chris, yes, go. Because the Shadow Show is meant to be as if we don't know we're on air.
The audience.
Shadow Show.
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 Shadowing it. I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, what's going on here?
Trying to gaslight me?
No,
He's tripping balls, dude. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's tripping balls.
I know better.
You know how to turn up your headphones?
Born at night.
Do you know?
Not last
Okay,
night, baby.
he can't hear us for real.
Greg,
All right, I'm gonna
you
go.
got to turn up your headphone. You're not.
I actually
ready
like
for,
this
You're
game.
not ready for the start of the show. All you've got to do is turn up your headphones. Your headphone knobs are not here.
Touching his computer.
It's not on your computer. Why? How do you know so little about what we're doing? How do you think that Shadow Show?
You hear that?
How do you think that you're
Try to turn up the volume, Dan.
Okay, I hear it.
Shadow Show?
Somebody was sabotaging me.
Shadow Show.
Seriously. Intentionally
Zaslow,
downplaying my mic.
explain to people what just happened as someone who's routinely disgusted by how little Greg Cote knows about how to do this.
You know this is the way I love to start the week, with Cote just not understanding how to do a radio
Greg,
show.
you were trying to fix your headphones on your computer.
It's true that someone had turned down the volume on my microphone. Why? I have no idea. Could it be sabotage? It's possible. I need to investigate.
He's also mad, Chris. He's also mad because I got Mike. Mike is unhinged, okay? I can't harness the way Mike feels about the University of Miami
This is
right
a
now.
bad weekend
I
for Mike.
can't do a month of this. I can't do a month of this.
Well, you're about to.
But Greg is enraged at what happened in his living room yesterday because he wanted Messi in his living room, the best player in the world, during a playoff game, and he couldn't move his family off Saints Falcons.
It was so ridiculous that they, in the main room with our main TV, by habit on a late Sunday afternoon, they have on Red Zone, right? So they're watching all this stuff. I hate Red Zone because 90% of the time you're watching something that doesn't really matter. You're watching Geno Smith try to evade his 10th sack of the game by Myles Garrett in a meaningless game. When on another channel...
Greg, save it.
Let's start the show.
Save it. Just save it.
This is the T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R show with the Stugotz podcast.
Are you winded from watching yourself do that intro? Are you winded from in here singing to yourself?
Yes.
That's what just happened, isn't it, Zaslow?
I think he's winded from celebrating himself.
Well, who knew that pantomiming something, lip syncing, would be so exerting? But it was. What a banger of a song. T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R in the house. Even though he's not in the house, but figuratively.
You're like Jameis yesterday giving a speech.
Okay,
we
look,
outside, even
look,
though we're inside.
look.
5 past the hour.
Jameis was wonderful yesterday. So many wonderful trick or treats with Jameis yesterday. Look, yesterday was spectacular for a number of different reasons. Like over here, Romo's telling you, here comes playoff Mahomes, and here comes Mahomes with the single biggest by number deficit comeback in his career because he does this the way Tebow did it. Tebow's the last quarterback to be this good in games like this, at the end of games like this, when he's got a deficit of 10 or more in a game. The football of yesterday was great, and Greg Cote was trying to watch.
We're all looking around like, did he just compare Patrick Mahomes to Tim Tebow?
Yeah, well, the number was,
I mean, even your own body stopped in its tracks for like 5 seconds. Like,
it was a long pause.
I really, am I about to compare the greatest quarterback we've ever seen to Tim Tebow?
That pause terrified me.
I got confused.
I was trying to
Dan
connect the
got
dots
confused.
on that one.
That's how bad of a take it was.
I'm going to give you the take Reese said a different way, but the show's moving too fast even though it hasn't started. Mahomes is now 20-18 in games where he's trailed by 10 or more points. 2018 for his career. It's the best quarterback record of any kind like that since Tim Tebow, who did it at 5-6. Like, when you're down 10 in games like this, you tend to lose them in the fourth quarter. And that Tebow miracle, people thought he could play quarterback. You're right. You've derailed me.
Yeah.
The thing that happened, though, yesterday, as Mahomes is saving his season, and Romo's telling you that guy's coming, here comes playoff Mahomes, Greg Cote is unable to get the best real football player in the world on his television, having 3 assists and a goal as Inter Miami wins after a month-long wrestling match with many rest days, wins the biggest game in its history. And Messi is the greatest player in the world, and Greg Cote could not get it on the big television in his home. He was an outcast in his own home. He couldn't do picture-in-picture. He had to watch Saints-Falcons.
Yeah. Well, I had to watch Red Zone, which is worse because it's Saints-Falcons times 5 or 6, where they're going back and forth between games I don't care about.
There were good games yesterday.
While the GOAT of GOATs, Lionel Messi, is absolutely taking the semifinal, the Eastern Conference semifinal on his shoulders. He's saying, I'm 38 years old. I'm still better than you are. I'm still better than anybody. I don't know about you, Mike, but we're 3 years into Messi now. I still find it hard to believe that Inter Miami was able to sign Lionel Messi and that he still is so great. So I'm trying to watch this on the big screen. Turns out we can't get Apple TV on our big screen for some reason. I have no idea. It's above my pay grade. Fire stick. I don't know. Something's going on in my house. And
Wait,
so
you just can't get
inputs, HDMI 2. We all know this.
It's ridiculous, all these sayings. So I gotta relegate myself to the Barbie room to watch Lionel Messi on a smaller TV.
Barbie room. What's a Barbie room?
It's my granddaughter. It's like a play room. It's a combination. My wife's office and my workout room, and the Barbie room.
Hell yeah.
You know. So anyway,
so you're just sitting there with a bunch of Barbie dolls around you?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
It's a little girl's room and your workout room?
I have my stationary bike in there.
When's the last time that was
stationary?
Very
stationary bike.
I don't keep track.
The last time you were on it when we did the Greg Cote show, like where I walked into the room as if I was interrupting a workout, just like a pretend workout for the video.
Come on, don't be ridiculous.
When was the last time you exercised on the bicycle in the Barbie room?
Oh, let me think. Let me think of an exact date. I don't know. I meant to do it over the weekend to make up for the physical therapy session I had to skip.
Months ago? Years ago?
Oh, months ago. Weeks. Weeks sounds better. Couple of weeks. Several days.
What is in that room?
Minute and a half.
Is there a recliner of any sort? Look, this is the home this is 1440. How long have you lived in 1440?
Well, it's not literally 1440. It wants to be.
This all makes perfect sense to me.
We've lived there since Christopher was a boy.
Yeah, 1440 is his childhood home.
Yeah.
Our house.
Come on,
I live
Dan,
in,
catch
is
up.
Not 14.
It's Christopher's childhood home.
My apologies. You've lived in this home for how long?
Since he was a boy, I don't know.
All right,
Since I was 2.
30 years.
36
This
years.
is the home. This is the home for Dolphin Sundays across 3 decades.
Yeah.
Where you watch the game that you want on Sunday afternoon, but now there are too many inputs, and you can't get the real you can't get the real football. You're stuck with the American football. When Lionel Messi, best player in the world, is when you say you can't get your head around it, what Greg's watching on his television, he covered the Fort Lauderdale Strikers 50 years ago. He's like, what is this in Miami? How is it possible that a championship can be won with this player in this town on this team? And I can't even watch it in the big room in my house.
Right.
I'm in the Barbie room. What's in the Barbie room?
It a bunch of toys, closet full of shoes,
a couch, a desk.
Yeah, it's an unremarkable room.
Why can't you get some control of your house, man? If you want to watch Messi on the big TV instead of Saints Falcons,
well, part of the issue
get some hand, man.
Part of the issue is that we literally can't get Apple TV on the big TV.
My mom just tells him things.
But the disappointment is that nobody else herded with me into the Barbie room to watch.
Was
Messi.
it one of those who's coming with me?
Yeah. And they're all watching Red Zone. They're like a bunch of zombies staring at
So
Red
you were
Zone.
lonely in your corner of the house loving soccer as the rest of your family loved a different sport in another room.
Correct.
But what's the seating setup in the Barbie room? If it's everybody come with me, I feel like you're sitting on a bed watching.
No, there were. It's a large fold-out couch, seats 3 or 4. Chair seats 1.
This
I
sounds
was standing.
lonely. A happy moment in Miami sports history for you sounds like it was lonely in your own home.
It was an historic win. First time they've ever been to the Eastern
When Messi
Conference
scored
Final.
and they went up 1-0, did you cheer like loud so maybe others would come and see what's going on in the Barbie
I
room?
did find myself cheering.
Messi's doing it again. If you want to catch it and join me
And nobody.
Jumping Charlie wouldn't even go
in the
there
Barbie room.
No, nobody's coming in because, Jacoby Brissett is in the red zone. It's like so
It's a big game, by the way. Did you see Shador Sanders throw that bomb to number 16? I don't even know who that guy is.
I did not.
The new kid just scored.
The new-
Messi with an assist. The new kid.
I call him Leo.
We benched Suarez for the kid, and the kid answered the bell.
How about that, huh?
Did anyone in your home step foot in the Barbie room during the historic real football being played in your lonely corner of the house?
Only when my wife came in to say, when are you ready to eat? Because, the egg noodles are on the boil.
Am I ready to eat? Messi's eating right now. That's his 3rd assist.
Damn right. That guy don't quit. 38 years old. A wonderful coaching job by Mascherano.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is bold to pull out Luis Suarez from
Yes.
that starting lineup and go with the Newell's Old Boys signing Matteo Silvetti, but that bet has paid off.
What are you
in droves.
laughing about, Tony?
This is great. Like, they might be making this up, and I have no idea because I was locked into Tyler Shuck.
Why were you locked into that? I mean, look, I understand you don't like
Darnell
soccer.
Mooney had 3 for 74 and a score.
It's not like the 4 o'clock hour had anything going on for it. I thought the most compelling story.
Cowboys
being told
Eagles
in
was
sports-
awesome.
Yeah, Cowboys Eagles was
Okay,
great.
that's all right. That was a nice little second screen experience for me. Messi trying to win the biggest game in club history at a team that he lost 3-0 to earlier in the season. That didn't pop you. I don't know what will.
Michael Wilson had 10 for 118, his second game in a row with more than 10
Messi was
catches.
responsible for all 4 goals.
Tyler Shuck, are you not listening to me?
Scored the first one, got 3 assists. He's playing his best footy right now.
Sanders showed him what time it was.
I was annoyed yesterday, man, because I haven't watched Inter Miami in a long time because I told you I was out on Inter Miami. I don't like that Suarez's behavior. They're not a likable team right now. But it was a semifinal.
Wait, you say right now.
Well, they
Hold on a
benched
second.
Suarez yesterday. They benched him. I like that.
Hold on. They're not a likable team right now. Let's call it for what it is. You were out on this team after Suarez spit on somebody because they were representing Miami in a way that you did not like so much. They were overshadowing the best player in the world because Luis Suarez is very publicly exhibits the behavior of an asshole internationally across oceans. Everyone knows this, and they took on the personality of Luis Suarez.
And they didn't condemn it either.
Unlikable, didn't condemn it, didn't punish it. No, that's who we are. We'll spit in your face. We've got Lionel Messi. But this, by itself yesterday, was just Lionel Messi being all the things, the majestic things that he is, to bring a signature win to Miami that you're out on because you are watching. Wait, I don't understand. A.J. Brown's got 110 yards and catches. Why they lose it?
I mean, this was a must-win game on the road.
That's how playoffs usually roll. Must win for Inter
Okay,
Miami.
but the usually is key here because for some reason the first round is a series.
Okay.
And the more important the games get, it's not a series.
I get
I
it.
like that.
I get it. Every game's do or die right now. And it was a road game in a raucous atmosphere.
Yes.
In Cincinnati on a day that the Bengals played, didn't matter. That crowd was electric, and the GOAT shut them up.
Right. Absolutely. It was magical. And it's always interesting to watch and hear an Inter Miami game on the road because there are Messi fans there. Like, I'm not saying they outnumbered Cincinnati fans, but
they're everywhere. I mean, he is
Yes.
growing the sport. Like, look, this has been this is weird what I'm about to say. This has been a spectacular success that isn't because they've done just about everything wrong, but they've gotten the soccer right. Like the way they've sold their sport, putting it behind a paywall, they made egregious business errors, but they've still got the best player in the world being the best player in the world. As major changes are going to come to this business, and the miracle is so, Messi's going to get that stadium built in this city next to the airport, and he's going to grow the sport in America, being better than everyone else still at 38 years old.
Right.
But, Mike,
It's hard to quantify that when their attendance is down and their TV ratings are down, and MLS realizes the error of their ways, and the partnership with Apple has an early opt-out that Apple has jumped at. This has not worked out the way that MLS planned for. They've decided they're going to do away with MLS Season Pass. Basically, if you just have Apple TV, now you get the MLS.
Oh, nice.
The paywall was a huge mistake.
I didn't get to watch last night.
They're back to 2021 levels of attendance, which is not what the sustainable growth model chart was telling us, because this was a live event sport. All the buzz from Messi seems to have evaporated, and they're playing their most consequential games during the NFL window.
And playoff games behind a paywall's bad.
Yeah, but thankfully they're altering the calendar, and it seems as though MLS is going to learn from this, but it's a shame. They've kind of wasted the Messi thing.
I agree. I mean, the Apple TV thing was a huge blunder, but the new stadium is Messi's legacy, and they've already set the opening date. It's April 4th.
Folks, the leaves are turning. The weather's getting a little chillier. That means the football games are more important. That means football time should be Miller time. Game day hits different with a Miller Lite in your hand. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to fantasy heartbreaks. My fantasy season's over already, but you know what makes that better? Miller time! It's the beer that's been there for every moment. 50 years of great taste, simple ingredients, and that iconic golden color you can spot from across the room. And here's the kicker, it's just 96 calories, 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 5 decades later. So whatever your game day looks like, remember Miller time is always a good time. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Real quick, want to talk to you about how Game Time is the official ticketing partner of the Dan Le Batard Show. Grateful that Game Time has been on with us as long as they have, because I use this product all the time. I travel for football. If I'm in a new city, I like to see what concerts are in town. One of the very first things I check is my favorite app for the secondary ticket market, the Game Time app. Why? Because it gives me zone deals, favorites, panoramic seat views, most importantly, the lowest price guarantee. Because if Game Time does not have the lowest price for you, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. I've lived it, folks. I've been at a place where I saw cheaper tickets. They credited me. It's legit. Game Time ticket coverage means your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Dan for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DAN for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Batard.
I feel like we need to normalize saying the scientific terms for organs on the air. Like
penis?
if someone, yes, you know what? If someone takes a foul ball to the penis, we should just say he took a foul ball to the penis.
Stugotz.
That free kick hit him right in the cock-a-doodle-doo.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
The new stadium is no, it is not.
It's legacy's Messi.
No, in this town, perhaps.
Right.
The new stadium
That's
is
what I mean.
Messi's legacy.
Yeah, in this town.
But do you realize what the size of your career has to be for you to birth a stadium near the airport? That's very expensive real estate. Like, you've birthed the possibility of sports getting grand in your market while you were taking the best player in the world and renting him to Fort Lauderdale for a couple of years while telling people, no, we got $1 billion business down here. Wait, watch what we can make down here with the real estate. They've made it a success in Miami, and that might be his legacy in Miami. But doing what this man has done at this point in his career to grow the sport and having the business betray him behind a paywall because not everyone has known that it's happening, to see the best being the best behind a paywall, but then so many of your fans getting cut out by a line of, we can't keep paying for this.
Yeah.
Zaslow is out on Inter Miami early. Mike was in on Inter Miami early, and slowly they greeted him out, and he's still interested, but the business of it was like, this is no longer affordable to me. Miami is gouging me for Fort Lauderdale games at Miami prices.
Right. No, I can't disagree
but so
with
the
any of
fandom,
that.
so look at what surrounds Messi as he does the most amazing things behind a paywall at this age. He's denied the credit of being able to break into your American football Sunday because, hey, holy shit, Messi's over there and he's scoring the goals in a playoff game. Like, that's not a normal thing. What happened yesterday was one of the biggest international sports things that has ever happened in Miami.
That's one of the greatest postseason performances in Miami sports history. It's like we talk about LeBron Game 6. You talk about Sam Reinhart in back-to-back cup clinching games. What Messi did in the Eastern Conference semifinal is an all-time Miami sports postseason performance.
Yeah, but he has to do it 2 more times to get full credit.
But hold on before you do that, because yes, okay, do it 2 more times, fine. It couldn't even make its way into Saints Falcons in your living room, this thing that to you, as a lifelong sports writer, when I say it's lonely, it must have felt to you that the other half of your house has no respect for South Florida history.
Well, what it felt like to me is that my house at that moment was a microcosm of America, really, because I don't.
Don't. Dan's so full of shit.
I mean,
he was
what were
watching
you watching,
Tyler
Dano?
Shuck too. Don't let him do this.
Tyler Shuck?
He's trying to make this bigger than it is. Like, I understand. Look, it's the NFL. It's Inter Miami versus Cincinnati. Dan didn't watch a second of that game. Don't let him do it. He's doing the writer thing, wanting to frame it. Put me in the Barbie room. You don't like soccer. I get it. You're not an ally. Get out of here.
But the problem is that's indicative of America at large. The NFL is still way up here, and MLS, even with Lionel Messi, is down here.
Yeah,
bigger than it used to be, but
it's
still
a shame.
Here.
It's a shame that you have such a big game in the heart of a Eagles Cowboys,
Right.
but that's the Eastern Conference semi.
What a comeback.
They'll play in the Eastern Conference final. Hopefully after that they'll play in an MLS Cup, and every casual fan understands that Messi has to win the MLS trophy. So.
Right.
He's a couple of games away from doing that
Yes.
right now, and he's playing his best football on the business end of the season.
Right, especially after what happened, the flame out early in the playoffs last year. But you know my wife, she loves sports. She knows sports. She could not name who they were playing yesterday. Like, she had no idea Inter Miami was in the playoffs. She had no idea where they were playing, whether it was home or away. And I think
Was it home or away?
That's indicative of MLS, even with Messi, imagine without him, still has to make inroads that it hasn't made yet into the American sports consciousness at large.
Greg Cote has at his disposal, he is against metrics. He has told you a number of different times, we give you way too much information in sports. Don't tell me how many miles per hour this leaves the ballpark. Don't tell me the pace of speed that the Miami Heat are playing in or how many miles they run.
Yeah, how many miles? That's my favorite. He ran 3.8 miles
Okay,
in
but
this game.
this is the highest tempo team team that there is in the sport. They're going to play faster than everyone else. And Norman Powell is putting up like Giannis Antetokounmpo numbers in terms of efficiencies.
MVP.
Well, okay, but so you have come with a metric of your own to give the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
What is this statistic you have conjured?
You know, everything has an acronym now. I'm going to be the first to admit I want to get out front of this.
Go on.
This does not flow mellifluously off the tongue. The acronym is T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R. And what that means is team you don't want to play in the first round. Okay, that's what that acronym stands for. Because here's what the Heat are. And I'm not going to be the one just to make a headline.
What's the acronym again?
T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R. Team you don't want to play in the first round.
I feel like I'm back in the BCS.
And I'm not going to be the guy trying to make a headline by saying, you know what, nobody's talking about it, but the Heat have a chance to win the championship. I'm not that guy. I am a guy saying they're going to finish in the top 4. They're going to have home court in the first round, and you don't want to be the team that plays that.
See, when you say it with that
round.
voice, that
changes things.
Wait a minute, right?
That changes things. Because when he said top 4, I was like, I don't know about that. But then he said the voice, and I was like, okay,
when you
talk to me.
say it in a more threatening way, because I do believe the Heat are now that. I believe it's not too small a sample when you win at Philadelphia, when you're winning that way at Chicago.
It's impressive.
I mean, look, Maxi's scoring 33 a game. If we're going to speed the whole thing up, okay? If we're going to speed the whole thing up and all of a sudden the Heat are going to have a young 20-year-old who's going to do all the rebounding in where?
He was a plus 26 yesterday.
Yeah,
he's incredible.
But so if he's going to grow that fast in front of us to being a rebounding monster,
Wemby Jr.
And on the perimeter you have a point guard whose assist-to-turnover ratio is only going to get better with the speed. They're the fastest team in the sport, so they're playing the most fun. They ran Chicago off the court, and so what you're saying is now in play. Like, you got to say it with that voice, though. You got to say the initials. Like, you do not want to see this team in the first round. None of you. None of you do.
I don't like you saying it. I want the voice.
Yeah.
Listen, it's T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R. Team you don't want to play in the first round. The Miami Heat, running like jackrabbits, they're going to be a top 4 seed. They're going to have home court. This team has never scored like this. During the LeBron era, they weren't putting up 140-point games like this regularly. This is an exciting team. If you grew up watching the Heat and you're still looking at those 90s games against the Knicks, where two teams are playing in the mud, throwing elbows, and the final score was 86-78. This is the opposite of that. This is the exciting jet age Miami Heat. It's exciting. I give Riley and Spoelstra all the credit in the world for flipping the whole script on how you envision Miami Heat basketball. This has been a fantastic season.
Greg's absolutely right. We're running around at the Jackrabbits pace and running around in the Jet era. You know, the Miami Heat really are one of those teams you don't want to see in the first round.
He's a Beatle.
Yes, I'm George Harrison. I'm from the Beatles. And, Khalil Ware dominating last night on the glass.
Taser.
All you need is love, am I right?
Stop talking.
This is going to be a long day if that's the bit.
Greg is legitimately excited today. He's legitimately excited today because the soccer team locally is exciting and the basketball team is clearly good. Like, maybe they get hurt. I don't know. Maybe Tyler Hero throws something off and all of a sudden people are complaining, or this is what it's going to be. They're going after the top of the conference with speed. They're going to try and play basketball faster than you and think their bodies can hold up.
Look at the top 3 of the East. Detroit, or top 4. Detroit, Toronto, mix in Cleveland, Miami. Detroit and Toronto, 1 and 2.
You're not worried about Hero screwing this all up?
What's the screw up? This is the perfect.
What's the screw up?
Yeah, this is the perfect.
You just said the standings.
This is the perfect style of play.
If he's bought in, if he's bought in, right? If he doesn't want to be the ball dominant,
bought in?
Because he thinks he's the guy walking in being like, I'm the all-star on this team. I'm the guy that is the engine of this offense. And now he's got to mix in with Norm Powell, who's probably the best Heat player we've ever seen through the first 14 games of the season.
I agree with that take. Norm Powell is the greatest Heat player we've ever seen.
For the first 15 games, you missed that.
For the first 15 games.
Okay. Yes.
So there are only 2 players in the sport scoring more than 24 and shooting more than 46% from 2 and 3. It's this guy and Giannis. Giannis does it on 18 threes. He's made half of them. He can't keep it up. This dude's shooting better than Duncan Robinson, and he'll eat you up inside and out. Like he's.
All right. Why am I worried about Tyler Hero screwing it up? Because over the last couple of years, I know he had a decent bubble, but Miami's gone on runs without Tyler Hero.
Okay, but
it seems as though Miami plays better without Tyler Hero.
Okay, that's not the way you prefaced it, though. You prefaced it with the whole, I'm the all-star, this is my team, as if he's not team first guy, when his entire tenure with the Miami Heat has shown you he has absolutely been team first guy.
I guess my mistake there is I thought that was implied. Hanging over this whole Tyler Hero thing is the Heat seem to play better without him over the last couple
Tonight
seasons.
is the third game in 4 days, and he's going to come back against a Dallas team that is in disarray, is broken, and this has the potential to start one of those dumb conversations around a team. Is the team better without its all-star? But the thing about the Heat is they're top 5 defensively when Bam plays. They will not be that with Tyler Hero. What they choked out Bulls. They said, Bulls, you want to play at that pace? Okay, we'll score the 140.
Folks, fuel your game day with the unbeatable crunch of Hampton Farms, the official peanut of bowl season. Perfect for sharing with friends, tailgating outside the stadium, or cheering from the couch. Grab a bag from the produce aisle of your local grocery store and savor the game one peanut at a time. Let's get nutty.
On Fox One, you can stream your favorite live sports so you're there for the biggest moments as they happen. For me, I cannot deal with spoilers, so I need to see it live, especially on college football Saturdays and NFL Sundays. With Fox One, you get it all. NASCAR, the MLB postseason, edge-of-your-seat plays, jaw-dropping moments, and that rush like you're right there in the action. Sports are meant to be watched live, and you can do that with Fox One. Fox One, we live for live, streaming now.
There's a reason Chevy trucks are known for their dependability, because they show up no matter the weather, push forward no matter the terrain, and deliver. That's why Chevrolet has earned more dependability awards for trucks than any other brand in 2025, according to T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R. Because in every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard. Visit Chevy.com to learn more. Chevrolet received the highest total number of awards among all the trucks in the J.D.Power 2025 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study. Awards based on 2022 models. Newer models may be shown. Visit JDPower.com/awards for more details. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R.
What do I got here? I got a Magnum condom. We won't get that out.
That's shocking.
Stugotz.
Here's a picture of Christopher when he was like 3 years old.
Right next to the condom?
Yeah.
As a subtle reminder. Never forget.
This is the T.Y.D.W.P.I.T.F.R. show with the Stugotz.
The part that's most confusing to me is what their starting group is going to wind up looking like. Because I don't know how Eric Spoelstra is going to handle that. I can only see it being that Davion Mitchell is going to move to the bench, which it's like, man, he's really good for them on the ball, and he never turns the ball over.
His assist-to-turnover rate is great.
It's the best in the league.
They're playing at a pace that doesn't make sense. Like, you can't bench that dude.
They're going to. Like, it's the only guy you could take out of the lineup here. You can't take Wiggins out because, you can't have a three.
You need size.
Yeah, you can't have Smith, Mitchell, Powell, and Hero.
Okay,
you're
highlighting real concerns with this Hero thing.
Well, I'm highlighting concerns as far as what the group is going to be out there together.
Mm-hmm. I think the other thing too is this offense is so fast paced that you need to be able to have the minutes spread out. So maybe a guy isn't playing 40 minutes a game, but you've got a couple guys playing 30, a couple guys playing 20 something. Like, I think that's where that rotation ends up being.
But guys, if you consider the science of this, like the science of it, on what the Heat endured in an offseason where get the guy, get Durant, get the guy. If what you're trying to do is that you've already figured out in the science of this, this speed is busting everybody in this sport, every physical body in the sport, except OKC because they're really young, but that might happen to Holmgren. It seems like a lot to put on the joints and the ligaments and stuff. They'll go 10 deep. Bam was out, and they survived it. Hero was out, and they've survived it because they can go 10 deep at this pace. Like it's not 6 or 7 players anymore. It's like, you want to play 10? All right, here are our 10, and we've got some young ones now. Like that's future of the sport stuff. How you compete at the top of the Eastern Conference as the Knicks break because Brunson breaks down. You wait for the Pistons. Is Cade Cunningham, is he going to hold up under all of that? They're good. They're clearly good.
Very good.
Giannis is out again because is his body going to hold up? That's interesting to go into the playoffs in a new NBA where everyone's hurt and say our science will be better than yours. We'll go 11 deep.
Well, the depth is crazy. If you look at the box score now, just about every game they have 8 or 9 players playing 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And that's what you want to trust Eric Spoelstra with, right? That kind of depth spread out to increase that kind of pace of play, to maintain that kind of pace of play, is exactly the formula. And I don't know about 10 or 11, but when Hero comes back, they absolutely have 9 players that they want to give minutes to. And that's a luxury.
You can't, in today's NBA, if I don't make it about the uniforms or the names or the All-Stars or the credentials, in today's NBA, Zaz, if I tell you you're playing at the fastest rate of speed in the league and your point guard has the best assist-turnover ratio, he doesn't turn the ball over, and he's a great defender on the perimeter, you don't want to bench that.
And overall, they're one of the best teams in the league. I mean, they're top 4 defensive rating.
Well, and if we're trying to figure out the starting lineup, Greg's absolutely right. The team's really deep. We could move Pelle Larsson to the bench, although he's been a great connector like Ringo Starr was for us with the Beatles.
All right, warming up to it. As long as it's that efficient.
You think he's right, Greg, or what?
Yeah, I do. I think Ringo was the unspoken Beatle, the one everybody ignored.
No, about the basketball point.
I'm George.
Yeah, he's George.
Yeah, no, I wanted to substantiate what George was saying about Ringo's place in the Beatles. But Pelle Larsson, I mean, he's. I don't think he's more than 6th or 7th on the depth chart under any math.
Do you believe that story they told last night on the broadcast about Pelle Larsson and Dan Marley?
I don't watch the broadcast.
Was I the only one who thought that was a little, a little too coincidental?
For those that didn't watch, why don't you let them know what happened?
Yeah.
So Pelle Larsson's father, apparently, his favorite player was Dan Marley.
Thunder.
Hard to
for
believe.
all those years. Well, no, that's not necessarily hard to believe. But then Pelle Larsson gets to the NBA, gets the Heat, and the father and Pelle Larsson realize, wow, you're wearing number 9. That was also Dan Marley's number. And it's like this big coincidence. I don't know. I found it a little hard to believe.
So wait, are you calling the Heat fishy? You're calling them a propaganda program? You calling Jason Jackson and his friends somebody that makes up stuff in order to get ratings?
It's a little coincidental.
What are you saying there? Are you saying they're putting this? What is the accusation you're making?
I'm saying it's a great story.
You're a journalist now. Hold on a second. Let me see here. If you're going to do this, do it correctly. You're a journalist now.
Time to throw away all journalistic credibility and get reckless. Here is something we like to call reckless speculation.
I'm good. I'm just saying it's a great story, all right? I mean, if Pelle Larsson's father's favorite player is Dan Marley, A, he doesn't know his favorite player's number, and B, it's a huge coincidence that he then realizes, oh, wow, my son is wearing the same number as my favorite
You're saying
player.
it's a made-up story. Is what you're accusing the Heat of propaganda of fake news.
And by the way, my son plays a lot similar to my favorite player.
So that's what you're doing.
My favorite part of that whole story is you saying that they're telling that story to boost ratings, as if the ratings are skyrocketing by a Pelle Larsson, Dan Marley anecdote.
Well, if it's a lie, if it's a fabrication, if it's being accused by Zaslow of being a little too conveniently syrupy.
It's a good story.
Like, come on. He's saying it's a good story, but he's accusing them of not being true.
Of propaganda?
Be clear about what you're saying, Zaslow. Make it with your chest if you're going to make that accusation.
That guy wears number 23. My favorite player was Michael Jordan. Can you believe my son wears the same number? Oh, my God. It's a good story.
The University of Miami this weekend, buzzsawed on the road. Virginia Tech won easily 34-17, and it's just total chaos in college football. You can't tell who's good. Ohio State hasn't played anybody. You saw what happened to Texas A&M. We all think Indiana's good, but anybody can win, and Miami's got a team that can play with anybody. Everybody can see that much, and so the question of whether or not they will be denied the playoffs, because some things had to happen this weekend, did happen for them, and they're in a good position if they beat Pittsburgh.
Had to happen to them for them in the ACC, but the top 10 in the AP had its most dominant week in several years. Yeah. Utah even survived, though I think enough happened this weekend for Miami to leap over Utah, because Utah's resume compared to Miami is so flimsy. It looks like SMU should enter the rankings again, and Pitt should probably re-enter the rankings as well. That gives Miami an opportunity to play a ranked team. But if you watch the broadcast, and I know a lot of people had a problem with it, it wasn't a compelling Saturday. Miami, the framing of this narrative, I saw it on ESPN. Miami survives a scare. And when that game was never in doubt. They never dipped below 92% win probability in the entire game. A bunch of funny things happened in that game. Bad replays, bad first down calls, improbable plays being made by Virginia Tech that prevented that game from...
Was there cheating?
Oh, it was the ACC refs. You know there was cheating. But it was pretty bad both ways. That was a really bad crew. But Miami probably had the most compelling game in that window, and it fed this narrative. Bob Wischusen, who's been called Chucklefuck on social media.
Oh, no. They hit Bob with the Chucklefuck?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Bob's a South Florida legend.
It's our guy.
They called Bob Wischusen Chucklefuck.
Oh,
He and Lou Riddick just kept... It was a horrible way to watch a game, because the entire time is, at any point in my lifetime, Miami performing that well in Blacksburg is a hell of a performance. But this thing was framed from the jump that Miami has to win this game by 40. And then Lou Riddick after the game's like, head-to-head is all that matters. Well, it would have been nice to hear that on the broadcast. It would have been nice to frame that narrative during the broadcast, but instead, I'm out here feeling like a failure because Miami isn't winning this game by 50 points. It's bullshit. And the fact that Miami is directly compared to Notre Dame, outside of all the other teams, is bullshit if you're not going to take what happened on the field as a primary metric. We are losing touch with our great traditional American football values here. What happens on the field matters. They don't just pass the eye test, as Miami is playing their most dominant football with the hottest quarterback in the nation in November. They pass the field test, Greg Cote.
And Mario Cristobal said exactly that in his post game. He tried to couch it a little bit, but he basically said everybody talks about the eye test. What about the field test? And he didn't bring up the head-to-head win over Notre Dame, but it's out there for everybody to see, except apparently the college football playoff voters.
Guys, this is a culture war. What is happening right now with the computers having so much say and all these acronyms and having a group of 5 team inexplicably join this playoff. Let me tell you something. Group of 5, it's DEI. It's DEI. Let's call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. This is absolutely a culture war happening right now. When computers are trying to tell you that Notre Dame is better, who's Notre Dame beaten?
You can't do this.
Notre Dame's best win is against a stinky USC team. That's Notre Dame's best win. Wow, they look so dominant since they lost to Texas A&M. They're playing garbage.
70-7 against Syracuse.
They're playing garbage.
I will say, though, I tuned into that Miami game late in the fourth quarter. Only up 10. I did say to myself, I'm like, ooh.
You didn't have to say to yourself.
Just for the
Chucklefuck was telling you what to think.
Just for the optics, I was like, I feel like they needed to.
Yes,
and then
which is bullshit.
Mike,
they beat Notre Dame.
All right,
Stop with the computers.
Mike.
The computers only matter. This is an assault on the fiber of America. This is not good. Are you seeing this? You should be scared. And your children should be scared too.
Minor penalty, 2 minutes. Personal foul. Personal and foul.
Wow. He's going to take this one on the chin. It's time to fight.
Mike, Virginia Tech was able to run the ball against Miami. And
big time.
Almost 200 yards.
And that
Don't do the thing where you kick me out and I can't defend this. You're part of the enemy.
You're out.
The time to fight is now.
You're out. You have to leave the room and you have to go away for a minute and gather yourself because
my guy was spitting.
I want to talk about the actual game, whether Pringle is better for what they do than Fletcher.
Can we whisper while Mike's out of the room for a second? The way he's acting about all this is kind of making me want Miami to bubble. Wow. I kind of want them to come in 13th.
And they're headed there.
Just to see Mike lose his mind.
You want them to be first team out.
Monitors out there, pal.
They are headed there.
Pick a side.
No, stay strong, guys.
I think it's best for content. If we just bubble, if they become the face of the bubble.
No. We can't. We're 3 weeks into this. Miami is doing their part. They needed to see more consistency. You can't get more consistent than this. Guys, this is bad. You should be scared.
They didn't cover at...
Only up 10.
Hottest TV in the country, by the way.
Cover the opening line. All you talk about is the opening line against us.
Bad Virginia Tech team. Bad Virginia Tech team.
They covered the initial line.
When you're favored by 17.5, you can't win by 17, Mike.
Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think you could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.